Gosh darn. What's up, chat? Hold on, give me one sec. Yeah, boy. Just getting the Snapchats. Oh, goodness. You can really hear my kids. You play different games, she says. Wait for some people to get in here. Happy New Year. Or should I name it Happy New Year stream? Which one? Which one? Or a New Year stream, it could be, right? Right? That could just be possible. That could be a possibility, right? First off, we gotta turn on monetization, right? I don't know why it doesn't just do it all the time, right? It's a little bit not okay. Happy New Year. Oops. I'm usually not live at this time. Or I am live at this time. I usually go live earlier, though. Happy New Year. Alright. Double tap that screen, guys. Sorry, I'm just getting a couple things done. So Candace Owens says she's not going to be live till next week. Alright. So. This is what we're going to do today. We're going to do this chill stream while they're blowing snow outside. We're just going to vibe. Okay? We're going to, just chill. Maybe watch some true crime videos. Catch up on the news. Other than that, man, it is just a chill stream today. New Year's Day. Happy New Year 2026. This is our year, boys. We are definitely going to get to 100K subs. So, clip time. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. We are going to be consistent. We're going to continue to be consistent and do good. You understand? Do you understand? We're going to get to 100K by the end of the year and get that silver play button, son. Hit subscribe. End clip. Let's go. Welcome in, John. Hope everybody's having a good day, man. But we are going to get to it. Okay? We are going to get to it. Happy New Year to all my brethren, to all my people. I hope you had a safe New Year's Eve. I hope y'all ain't hungover today, because if you are, I feel bad for you. I actually didn't drink last night. I'm actually trying not to drink at all. But yeah, you don't have to drink to have a good time. Smoking trees makes you have a good time, right? Get a little bit wiggle jiggle. Make your brain feel like it's wiggly jiggly, right? But like I said, today's stream's gonna be just chill. We're just gonna vibe, catch up on some news, maybe react to some crazy crime videos or something. Other than that, man, we're just vibing and we are chilling. Okay, we are gonna relax and have a great day. I took down the Christmas tree today. It's always sad. It's always up for a good 30 days, and you take it down, and it's sad, just sad. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's always. I wish I could have this stuff like pre-done, you know. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Holy crap, you can really hear my kids scream. Jesus. Calm down out there, children of the corn. I don't know. Hopefully that works. There we go. Bro, why is everything wants to be so difficult today, right? Like, I was trying to get on stream. Boom, error, error, error. And I had to like restart everything, log out, log back in. It's like, well, what the fuck? And just like yesterday, my laptop chargers were fucked, right? Or fricked, I mean, sorry. I don't mean to swear. Gosh darn it. Um, but we're on. We're on. Double tap that screen, man. Let's get in some of this news here.
It's conducting a massive investigation into child care and other widespread fraud as DHS and the FBI ramp up a statewide crackdown. Federal prosecutors say that the total fraud in Minnesota could ultimately be more than $9 billion. ICE Director Todd.
What? 9 billion? Holy crap, dude. Like, I was thinking maybe a billion. $9 billion, dude. That's all taxpayer money, too, bro. Unfortunate.
Lyons joins us now. Mr. Director, thanks so much for joining the program. I want to bring your attention to this. This is a stat that we got from the Attorney General. 98 individuals were charged. 85 of those charged are of Somali descent. And we know that some of this money was going to terrorism and, of course, criminal activity. What can you tell us about what you're learning on the ground?
I know, like, I feel like in return for them fucking, or frickin', I mean, for them frickin', like, letting them fraud us for $9 billion, I feel like a good $5,000 stimulus check to every American would do, right?
Down there.
Hey, Lawrence, good seeing you. Yeah, so ICE has been on the ground in Minnesota for a while now looking at these fraud claims. And one thing now the Homeland Security Investigation Special Agents are looking into is just that you said, that money trail of where this money is going to foreign aid. Obviously looking at any type of links to any criminal activity, obviously terrorism activity, and one thing you will see is that ICE is actually out there going with criminal warrants to conduct these investigations. So all too often you hear that ICE is just out there terrorizing the community or conducting administrative work. We've been on the ground in Minnesota conducting criminal investigations, and Homeland Security investigations has gone door to door to a lot of these suspected fraud sites all over St. Paul and Minnesota, and we're learning a lot.
Mr. Director, this is what the governor is saying in response to this in a statement. The governor has worked for years to crack down on fraud and asked the state legislature for more authority to take aggressive action. He has strengthened oversight, Governor Tim Walz, spokesperson. But they hadn't been aggressive, and it wasn't until your leadership, as well as the president's leadership, that you guys start serving these criminal warrants. So who dropped the ball here?
Lawrence, what we're seeing is there's always a tie when it comes to sanctuary jurisdictions where you can hide in plain sight. You see a lot of these fraudsters use a lot of the sanctuary rules and sanctuary protections to, enact in criminal fraud just like this. Secretary Noem has had us up in Minnesota. We had Operation Twin Shields with the FBI, CIS, and Homeland Security investigations. We were in September and November. We've been on the ground for so long looking into these states that are conducting these type of material fraud. And when Homeland Security investigations goes into these businesses, there is criminal activity when it comes to labor trafficking, child trafficking, human exploitation. And that's what we're looking at up there in Minnesota. And you'll always come back to these sanctuary jurisdictions where you'll find them, like, again, hiding in plain sight and using those sanctuary protections to...
Bro, it's like, how could you allow or like not oversee things to the point like this and think that wasn't gonna like come out? Like, $9 billion is a shit ton of money. Like, that's like what we send to Ukraine type shit. Like, I don't know, Walz is just an idiot, bro.
Employ, not only illegal aliens, but conduct criminal fraud just like you're seeing right now.
It's unbelievable. I want to get your reaction to this, Mr. Director. This is the mayor of Los Angeles, and this is what she had to say about Latino border agents. Let's listen.
Well, in a way, I think it's sad. I think that those Border Patrol agents are going to have a difficult time when they're out in the field and they see what actually happens in real life, separate from their training. But I do understand that their primary
Sounds like a threat.
incentive is financial.
What's your response to that, Mr. Director?
You know, those are just sad comments. The men and women of ICE are all from all nationalities. We have so many that are first-generation Americans that have just want to serve their country, and they want to be federal law enforcement officers. You know, and it's really bad to politicize law enforcement in any aspect, but to take cheap shots at the men and women who put their lives on the line every day to go out there and serve the nation, to make their community safe. And it's just not a time and place for any type of elected officials to use, you know, the fact of a racial profiling in reverse, targeting the men and women of law enforcement.
Yeah, it's pretty insane, especially when you consider that the Border Patrol is 50% Hispanic. And of course, there's a lot of minorities that are policing federal agents in ICE as well. And you're leading with them, Todd. Mr. Director, thanks so much for joining the program.
Great seeing you, Lars. Happy New Year.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe.
Yeah, that's just like completely crazy. I live close to Minnesota, but I couldn't imagine being a Minnesota resident, bro. Like, I'm surprised they're not, like, we protest over dumber shit, right? Like, I'm surprised there's not protests over this, right? That's just crazy. Florida woman posed as a homeschooled teen to target boys. Bro, what's up with these people and these women doing this kind of stuff, bro? Like, they don't get any action within their own age group or what? Happy New Year, Woods Pigs. God bless you.
Not quite. That was Alyssa Zinger. In 2023, as police investigated her for sex crimes, detectives said the 22-year-old bakery worker posed as a teenage girl to have sex with teen boys. I look at everything we know about the case and why Zinger still hasn't gone to trial. I'm Anjanette Levy, and this is Crime Fix.
My bad, Woods Pigs. I didn't mean to do that. Wrong button.
Have you ever wondered how we are able to share so many clips from breaking news cases as they are unfolding? Well, here's a little secret. Opus Clip is an all-in-one AI editor that makes it a breeze to cut, create, and upload videos across any platform. Through AI, Opus Clip generates B-roll, reframes footage, and even cleans up audio. Just visit opus.pro/crimefix, sign up, and upload. In minutes, you'll have perfectly edited clips ready to go. For TikTok, Shorts, or Reels, it's a one-stop shop.
No one cares about
24 years old. Fix to create your videos today. Alyssa Zinger is now 24 years old and months away from a trial for sex crimes she faces in Florida. Her case is shocking and disturbing for many, many reasons. Zinger was...
By the way, guys, anyone that's in here that's new to the channel, make sure you guys double tap that screen, get those likes up, show some love and support, say what's up in the chat. Happy New Year, guys. This is our year. We're going to continue to go up and do big things. If you want to go farther, then hitting the subscribe button and notification bell and double tapping that screen so you can be in here in every single live stream. Go ahead and I do have a 10 super chat goal up of $10 and above. Get your name written down on the donor wall. Help your boy out along his journey to 100K. God bless you guys.
22 and working in the bakery at Publix when she was accused of posing as a homeschooled 14-year-old girl so she could have sex with 5 boys who were either 13 or 14 years old. The investigation started more than 2 years ago. In October 2023,
Oh my God, bro. And the thing is like, how do these kids, well, I'm sure they find out and they don't even care, right? But it's like, it's pretty evident when a person's in their 20s, right?
But police got a tip that Zinger was having an inappropriate relationship with a boy. The following month, Zinger was arrested and charged with 2 counts of felony lewd or lascivious battery and 5 counts of lascivious molestation. A judge allowed her to be out of jail on pretrial release, but then detectives said they discovered 4 additional victims and things got much, much worse for Alyssa Zinger. Now she faces 11 felonies.
Oh, in the turtle suit.
And she's being held without bail at the Hillsborough County Jail. Investigators even say they have videos to support the charges that Zinger faces, and her case has taken a while to move its way through the courts. She has 2 new private lawyers now after her court-appointed lawyer withdrew from the case around Halloween in 2025. Whether a new set of lawyers will help or hurt her case, we don't know. But right now, her case is set for trial in late May of 2026, and there's also a new judge on her case. The prior judge, Laura Ward, had reprimanded Zinger at a hearing once, telling Zinger each time that she shook her head in disagreement with the prosecutor, "You don't seem to understand that the problem is not who recorded the video. The problem is you are in multiple videos with young boys 13 and 14 years old. You are an adult. You are manipulating, taking advantage of these young boys."
Sorry, guys. I'm not laughing at the stream. I'm laughing at my kids over there. Anyone that's new to the stream, man, make sure you guys double tap that screen, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 10,000 subs, man. Join the family. Hit the subscribe button with the notification bell, and double tap that screen. Get those likes up. Anyone that's new to the stream, welcome in, guys. God bless you guys. Jesus is King. And not only that, Happy New Year. I hope y'all had a good New Year's Eve. Hopefully y'all ain't hungover today. Hopefully y'all made it home safe and sound last night with no hiccups. And cheers to a new fantastic year. God bless.
When prosecutors showed body-worn camera footage from the search warrant execution, Judge Ward called out Zinger's parents for enabling this type of behavior. Now let's take a look at what the judge could have been referring to. This is from November of 2023. Tampa police went to Zinger's home to take photographs of her bedroom. Alyssa Zinger was there with her parents, and her dad did most of the talking.
They have to do their job.
Are you rolling?
It's their job to do.
We'll explain everything that's going on in a minute. Okay, you'll understand.
I know what they want. They want pictures of her room to see the walls. And
You guys got to think, too, like, that's a predator, bro. And people, I guess, look at girls way different, which they shouldn't, because if it was a guy, I'd be like, oh my God, hang him by the stake, right? But, like, at the end of the day, she is, like, posing younger and getting with these many, many young boys. Imagine what she'd be like when she's older, bro. And the thing is like, I don't understand what makes a person do that. And I just don't think it could be fixed either. Like, people say, well, they go to therapy or they do that. Nah, bro, if you believe that they can go to therapy, you got a problem yourself. I don't think that it can be fixed when you think like that. And it's very sick what she's doing, you know?
Say, oh, this is the room. She did again, and that's it.
Do you have anything on you? Phones, tablets, anything?
I have my.
No weapons or anything like that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Perfect. I appreciate
We're
it.
not going to do something.
Once again, this is, something procedural. If there were, like any additional charges or anything like that, we would have communicated that with your attorney, and your attorney would get in contact with you guys, to make those kind of arrangements. We want everything to be as civil as possible whenever it comes to executing residential search warrants. That's something that they're not privy to with that information. That's something that we have to execute in, a capacity of.
Dude, if I was a dad, I would not be rubbing her arm trying to console her, bro. I would be telling her, like, after these cops leave, I'm whooping you, bro. I raised you better than that. That's what I would be doing.
Of maintaining the integrity of the investigation, okay? So we're not trying to scare you or anything like that, and this morning, like I said, we were talking a moment ago, that is all procedural, trust me. It's a headache for us to put all that together too, whenever we know that it's nothing that's probably going to be needed. But because historically
it's just a simple call when we said, hey.
I know, but they won't let us do that.
You guys might do that. Other people,
Absolutely.
not so much.
We have those
So-
0.01% times where we
you
think
have to
everything is
protect.
going to go swimmingly, and unfortunately somebody comes out with, with something violent. So that's why they have us do things a certain way.
Man,
Now, the
just check
police
her fucking
officer explained to Zinger and her parents what they were going to do.
Our crime detection, whenever she gets here, we're going to go through,
check her house,
I get
bro. No one wants to hear this.
and in writing, County, Florida, by Amanda Baranowski, that would be me via full leave, who's working for the private as, but I'll agree.
Why is that?
The video inside the home is blurred. It's redacted. Zinger's father had a couple of questions for these officers.
Good question. The last time you guys did this, we were able to at least have one person come with you. Why is that difficult? Like,
It's technically, this house is ours now.
Happy New Year, Stacy. God bless you.
We have a search warrant.
I
It's
get it.
ours.
But we
So
did-
I hope you had a good New Year's Eve last night. God bless. I fell asleep before fucking 11 o'clock. So I was going to stay up and do the whole 3, 2, 1 thing, but I didn't even, I was tired as hell, man. been dealing with my sickness myself. I just got over it, and then my youngest daughter has strep, so it's like, oh hell no.
Do this, she signed.
If she wants to allow that, it's up to her. This is her case. She's the case
The
agent.
main thing is like, as long as you're all together with the camera, you know, that's.
I can tell you what.
Sad thing is though is I just took down the Christmas tree. I'm so sad about that. I love it when the Christmas tree is up. It's a good vibe, but I took it down.
I could be tearing the house apart.
No, but what I'm saying is, I just want it on camera what you're doing.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just for our, like, not 3 in this room, 2 in that room, 5, you know, doing this and that. You go together, you do whatever you got to do. We give you 100%. You know, you're going to do it anyway, but you have our, you
Yeah.
know, you have our.
You know, I can't guarantee that that's the way it's going to be. Like, we don't normally record, you know, every single motion. We have the body camera here. Obviously, he's going to record what he can, but we're also not going to be here till 3 in the morning because we have to let one person record everything we're doing. You know what I mean? So there's going to be a compromise there. But I mean, next time I ask that you guys maybe tidy up a little bit more and maybe get rid of some of the clutter. I'm joking. This house is the most uncluttered house I've ever seen in my life.
I was going to say, well, wait till you see my closet.
There's nothing in this house. There's not a picture up on the wall. There's not like a set of keys on it. Like, I mean, there's nothing.
I know, we try to keep it.
It's a model home.
Now, at one point, Alyssa Zinger's father actually becomes emotional. He tells the officers that what's happened with his daughter's arrest has actually brought them closer together as a family.
And I can say one good thing that's come out of
What? Dude, I'd be whooping my daughter, bro. Like, yeah, I'd make us come closer together by, like, I'm surveilling my daughter. Duh. Oh, my God. Welcome back in, Brody. I see you're starting the year strong. Amazing year for you. Thank you so much, Stacy. We're going to hit 100,000 this year. We're going to get the play button. We're going to do it. I'm going to be more consistent than ever. I'm also back on my Facebook account, doing good views on there. So we are going to run it up, guys. We are going to continue to do good. And we are going to just, it's going to be a great year for all of us, man. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 10K subs, man. Double tap that screen. Show some support to your boy.
our family. You know, we finally got our daughter back where she plays with us and watches TV. She hangs up with us now, but she won't have a phone ever again.
Bro, she's a adult, dude. She's 22 years old. How are you going to sit there and say that, oh, she watches TV? Yeah, duh, she's staying at the fucking house, dude. She just got caught trying to pose as a 14-year-old kid and was assaulting these children. Get out of there, Elia. You know, it's like, come on, bro. Like, be a good father. And it's fathers like this, dude, like that make it so kids think that, or like, not kids, but make it so their kids think that they can act like this. Because they know that at home, it won't be a big punishment. It won't be a big thing. Bro, a strong man creates a strong family with strong morals, bro. Like, that's just what I believe. And this guy over here, listen to what he just said, bro. Like, this is just ridiculous.
The thing that's come out of this
Actually brought them closer together as a family.
and I can say one good thing that's come out of this, we got our family back. You know, we finally got our daughter back where she plays with us and watches TV. She hangs up with us now, but she won't have a phone ever again. When they came in to look for that phone, there was an iPad and a phone on the table. I looked at it and she goes, "Is that the phone?" I said, "I do believe so." I say, "This is her phone here." Ha ha ha. No. I handed her the phone and said, "I do believe it." And I even said, if you watch the body cam, I said, "What model is this? I'm not sure." I got like a freaking 8, you know? So she took the phone and that's that.
That is a super nice house, though. But yeah, this dad, dude, is just ridiculous.
Now, I wasn't trying to be ridiculous. And anyway, in fact, tell you this. If someone's trying to hide something, the phone was dead. I said, "You want to take your phone and leave?" That's what I could have said if I was not trying to work with you people. But what did I say? I bet you watched the cam. I said, "Ma'am, there's a charger right there. Go ahead and charge the phone."
So like I said,
I'm just
Learned that photos might be posted online.
they're gonna like post these pictures now.
They don't post your pictures. This is for their investigation.
Okay, well,
It's nothing to be anybody's
That's my
business.
stuff, yeah.
That's nobody's business. They just got to do their job.
Dude, this dad is acting like so calm. It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
They got to take pictures of what they need to do. And I think you guys should leave.
I can't.
Well, I mean,
They've surrounded the whole car. Like, I literally can't.
Oh, poor baby. Poor baby. You statutory R-worded 4 freaking kids, 5 kids, and you're having a little fit about it. It's crazy.
I don't think they meant it like that.
Well, there's 5 cars, so how do I back out? No, I can't even go in the hot tub.
I can't even go in the hot tub. Oh my god.
My back hurts. And I can be closed.
Did they hear it collapse? They all.
What, in her bedroom they do that? They
They're
do
all
that?
broken, and that's heavy.
I think their main focus is her room.
It's gonna collapse.
Yeah, they hear about my room, not that.
That's what they're worried about.
Yeah.
Hey, they're doing their job.
They're acting like I'm a murderer.
They got to protect. Hey, they don't know who is here. They got to protect themselves. This is a crazy world. People are mental. They got issues. There's men probably out there that would do something stupid. You know what I mean? They got to protect themselves. You know what I mean? There's a lot of crazy people out there. So, and a lot of people don't like police. You know? But that's not us.
Dude, I'd be telling this girl, shut up. Right now, I don't want to hear a word coming from your mouth. Let them do their job, and when they leave, you're going back in your room if you want to stay here. If you don't want to stay, if you don't want to go back in your room with no devices, you're leaving. That's what I would say. I would be so livid if my kid was posing to be a freaking kid and doing this to boys. Like, oh my god, bro. I wouldn't even be able to have words come out of my mouth at this moment.
Like I said, we back you guys 100%. That's for sure. We have friends. And
Yeah, you're friends with a lot of police.
I have a lot of friends that are police and we firefighters. And
About 10 minutes later, the Zingers discussed again how they wished they had had a heads up on the search warrant being executed. I'll just tell you right now, that never happens.
Like, this person is like ridiculous, bro. Like, I wish we had a head up on the search warrant. Yeah, so like, so stupid some people are in this world, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. Is this in Florida? I can't remember where the hell it said this is from, but
this isn't a, ripping your house apart, destroy your home, smash all your windows, and flashbangs. And like I said, I just wish they would have called us and said, hey, or called our attorney and said, hey, we'd like to, okay, come on in.
So I'll let you decide whether Judge Ward had a point or not based on what you're viewing in this body-worn camera footage. Prosecutors had suggested at one point that Zinger's parents could have helped her hide evidence. A police report said Zinger sent a video of 2 teens, a 14-year-old and a 13-year-old, having sex to other people on Snapchat. The 13-year-old boy told police he met Zinger on Snapchat. His name is redacted from the document. It says, he said he was on Snapchat when he was 13 years old. He stated the defendant engaged him in a conversation on the social media platform, which was how they primarily communicated through their relationship. He stated they met at the end of May 2023 and dated through the middle of September 2023. The boy stated he believed she was approximately 14 years old and homeschooled. However, he stated she physically seemed older than her age. The boy mentioned an incident back in July where he and the defendant were detained in a store at International Plaza for theft. During that incident, they couldn't locate her information, but did for a 21-year-old female. He disclosed that he and the defendant had been physically intimate, alluding to a sexual relationship. Now, all of this came months after that incident that was referenced in the report, that July 2023.
like, bro, like, why? I just don't understand why people can't date in their age range. Like, if you're 22, 18 and up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get what makes them be like, well, I'm gonna pose as a 14-year-old homeschool girl and go after 14-year-old boys. Like, this is just ridiculous. It's just like,
Incident when Zinger and the teenage boy were at the mall and they were suspected of shoplifting. A police officer called the teenage boy's father to pick them up, and that interaction shows Alyssa Zinger on body-worn camera talking to police. Take a look.
dude, I'm gonna go get my coffee filled real quick. I'll be right back. Make sure you guys double tap that screen, dude. Double tap the screen. It's getting the algorithm. Show some love and support, bro. Dude, I'd be whooping my kids, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if my kid was a PDF, it'd be over.
So this girlfriend not...
What are you doing out there?
Okay. Have you contacted...
What are you doing out there? Mm-hmm.
your parents?
Yeah, I can't get a hold of their word.
Okay. Well, I gotta try to contact them.
That's enough.
Because how old are you? 14. Yeah, so unless they tell me that I can release them, which I'm sure they will, but I just...
You read my text.
For legality purposes, I mean, if you want to reach out to him just so I could speak with him, just obviously, you know, it's going to come with liability to me if anything was to happen.
My parents know I'm with him, so...
I understand that. But for my job and my purposes, I need to confirm that because you're a juvenile. So once your parents tell me that they're okay with you going with them, perfectly fine. Okay? Straight to voicemail.
Especially around
Now, that officer took Alyssa Zinger's name, date of birth, address, and her parents' name. And interestingly enough, he can't reach her parents.
put it
But
back.
the officer asks Alyssa Zinger an interesting question about whether she has a sister or not.
You have a sister named Alyssa?
Yeah, a half-sister.
A half sister?
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't have the same middle name, I'm assuming?
I don't have anyone else that... My parents know like I'm with him.
I'm going to document that you're going home with them.
Okay.
I tried to get in contact with your parents and made efforts. So, like I said, it's just for liability reasons. So you're Alyssa. What's your middle name?
Dude, this cop doesn't even know that this girl is 22. Like, look, this kid is like, doesn't even have his fucking feet on the floor, bro. His feet can't even reach the floor.
I don't want them. So I'm just Alyssa Zinger.
Just Alyssa Zinger. Okay. All right.
When, like, my mom was already gonna come pick me up at his house later anyway. My stuff's there, so.
So a 21-year-old Alyssa Zinger.
You know, their parents should be held liable. Like, seriously.
Came up in the system when the officer looked up the name, and Alyssa Zinger told the officer, "That's my half-sister, same name." And the officer believed her. Eventually, the officer allowed Zinger to go home with the 13-year-old boy and his father.
All right. So Alyssa, you're gonna go home with. Do you have any questions? No. We're not gonna do this again. Sure. Dad told me you make money, and you could have spent $100. Right? All right, man. This is one shot. You get one shot to do this program. After this, there's no more. So let's just make smart choices, okay? All right, sir. Take care.
The 13-year-old boy previously told police through their relationship, they engaged each other sexually approximately 30 times.
Holy
Sexual
shit.
activity was the
They must have been counting, huh?
most apparent thing for her. It was known by everyone that that was what she wanted. The first time they had sex, he wasn't expecting it to happen so quickly, but after it was a pretty normal occurrence. The boy also described how Zinger behaved at times. She gets aggressive when she is upset and has tried to get physical with him in the past. She will throw things, try to fight him, etc. She doesn't really think before she does something. She also has a crazy ego when she is mad. She talks like she is invincible and no one can stop her. The defendant thinks she has all of the power in the world and threatened to have him jumped by high schoolers. When he threatened to break up with her, there will be instant texting, crying, screaming that she hates him, etc. After she will be apologizing to him, she is all over the place and never in control. The relationship was stressful. It was ruining his grades, making his life hard, etc. He couldn't escape it. She was always trying to talk to someone and has dated 4 kids at his school to try and make him mad. She always tried to be in everyone's business, especially his.
Dude, she sounds like a crazy stalker. Let alone let alone the fact that it seems like she hasn't grown up. Like she just doesn't grow up. Like she's one of those people who got old like 18, 20, 19, 20 and still has the mindset of, you know, like a 15-year-old. Like she didn't want to grow to high school type shit.
Police say that this teenage boy also told them that Alyssa Zinger might have some mental health issues. The report states, regarding the mental health stuff mentioned with her family, he stated that when the defendant leaked the video of him, he learned that immediately after, they took her to a mental hospital to have an exam. He feels she definitely has something going on. The defendant and her parents told him this. She told him that it was his fault that she was there. He and the defendant got physical when he saw her take the video of his phone. Now, I reached out to Alyssa Zinger's new legal team for a comment on...
Stacy, if my kid was 22 and doing that on the phone with kids, yeah, it might be time to get a adult spanking, right? Like, that's just how I feel. Like, whoosh. And then I'd be calling the cops on
I want to be clear. At the time of this recording, I have yet to hear back. As I mentioned earlier, Alyssa Zinger remains held without bail at the Hillsborough County Jail. She'll be back in court in February. Her trial, again, is scheduled for late May of 2026. And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Thanks.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Not gonna lie. What other crazy things can we get into? Realizing she spent the weekend with the killer, 2 bodies, the disturbing case of the Scream killers. The horror inside the hollowed tree.
I knew I must have done something wrong. And I found her in my...
Shout out to Explore With Us, man. Awesome channel. Does awesome work. Awesome work. So God bless them. We're going to get into some of their videos and have a good day, man. Chill. Yeah, the parents definitely need to be held accountable, and I think the wood chipper would definitely be a suitable punishment. Double tap that screen, show us love and support, guys. Run it up. Let's get an algorithm.
House. She's tied up.
I am out at her house now. I just went in her home because I'm so worried about her.
This is 30-year-old Matthew Hoffman. He's just been arrested at one of the most bizarre crime scenes ever, filled with something so strange that you'll have to see it to believe it. After sitting in complete silence for hours, in approximately 3 seconds you'll see him finally crack and speak for the first time, admitting that a missing 13-year-old girl was found in his basement.
I can't tell you anything because I don't know.
But what he says next is completely unexpected. When Valerie Haythorne became concerned that something horrible had happened to her coworker after she failed to show up for work, she broke into her house only to find a disturbing scene. However, she would soon discover that her coworker wasn't the only one missing, and the truth of what happened was even more horrific than anyone even feared. The nightmare began on Wednesday, November 10th, 2010 in Apple Valley, Ohio, when 32-year-old Tina Herman, a reliable employee at the local Dairy Queen, missed a day of work. For most people, this wouldn't be a big deal. However, she also wasn't answering any texts or calls, all of which was highly unusual for her. Concerned for her well-being, Valerie Haythorne, Tina's manager, decided to drive by her house and make sure everything was okay. She saw Tina...
W manager, man. It's nice to have people about like you that or like that care about you for real. Because if something happens, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, they're not texting, they're not answering, they're not, you know, oh, they must be sick, I'm not going to check on them. And then later on they find out they were hurt. W manager for actually being a caring person.
His truck was in the driveway with another unknown car, and that the lights were on inside the house. But she still felt like...
Guys, double tap that screen. Let's try and get 20 more likes. We just need 20 more beautiful people to double tap that screen, man. Show some love and support. Usually within the first hour, we're at 100 likes. We ain't even touching 10 likes yet. That's crazy. Support your mans, bro. It's the new year. Let's start off the new year strong.
Something wasn't quite right. She called the police and told them that Tina hadn't shown up for work.
Sheriff Barber's office.
Hi, my name is Valerie Haythorne, and I work out at Dairy Queen. I'm the general manager out there. One of my employees did not show up for work this afternoon at 4 o'clock, which is totally uncharacteristic of her. She's one of my managers. I drove out by her house and went and knocked on the door, left her note. She's not answering her phone, which is totally uncharacteristic. She's not answering her texts, and she is not at home, but her truck and her coat are in her house. Her truck's there and her coat is in the house. I'm very concerned about her.
What's her name?
Her name is Tina Herman, Herrmann.
Okay.
I know that she and her boyfriend are splitting up, and he can be a real jerk with her.
Okay. Do you have a phone number for her?
Oh God, I do, but it's in my phone. I'd have to call you back.
Okay, that's fine. What was your name again?
My name is Valerie Haythorne.
Okay. Okay, I will have a deputy swing out there and check on her.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Anytime.
All right.
Bye.
Responding rather quickly, 2 different officers at different times showed up to check the residence, but when they knocked, no one came to the door. They left the matter unresolved. The next day, an officer called East Knox Schools to find out if Tina's 2 children, 13-year-old Sarah Maynard and 10-year-old Cody Maynard, had been in school. They were told that both children were in school on Wednesday but hadn't shown up on Thursday. Soon, a man named Ron Metcalf was also contacting the police because his girlfriend, 41-year-old Stephanie Sprang, appeared to be missing. She was Tina's best friend, and they'd been together before he lost contact with Stephanie. Ron had last spoken to Stephanie around 12:45 on Wednesday, but she hadn't answered any of his calls since then. Around 4 p.m. on this same Thursday, Tina's determined body...
Dude, you know, this is random. It's not about the video, and it's a random thought. But I'm wondering if I can't have my laptop out in the living room, hook my mic up next to the couch or the recliner, airplay everything on the TV while streaming so it's just like it is now, except you guys see me laying on the couch. Because I'm that fucking lazy, okay? And I think it'd be a fucking cool concept to be on the chair watching it. It's like we're in the living room together type shit. Might have to think about doing that one of these days and see if it works. Anyway, sorry, my ADHD is kicking in.
Boss Valerie decided to take matters into her own hands. When she got to Tina's house, she noticed that Tina's truck was now gone from the driveway, and only the unknown vehicle was left. This vehicle would turn out to belong to Stephanie. When her knocks on the front door went unanswered, Valerie decided to enter the house using an unlocked window on the back porch. Once inside, she saw blood in the bathroom and on the carpet, as well as splattered throughout the home. She immediately left the house and called the police.
This is Deputy Selby. I can help you.
Yes, this is Valerie Haythorne. I called in last night about Tina Herman being missing. I am out at her house now. I just went in her home because I'm so worried about her. There is blood everywhere.
I just went in her home. She's like, I mean, W friend, and there's blood everywhere. Dude, I said it yesterday, I can't imagine being a part of some of these ominous situations where you feel the chills going down the back of your neck type shit, you know?
Everywhere.
Okay. Where are you at? I'm sorry. I just got back today, so.
And think, too, like, they're 24 hours behind because the cops went there, right? I mean, obviously, they can't enter the home because they don't have a warrant or any probable cause from what they've probably seen. But, I mean, there's the front door. If they were to just actually take some time and look through that fucking window, freaking window, sorry. PG-13, Sheldon's trying to be doing good. They probably would have seen that blood stain, correct?
Okay.
So you just need to kind of fill me in a little bit, okay?
Tina Herman works for me. She did not show up for work yesterday, and we have not been able to locate her or her children for it's been 24 hours now. I just spoke with...
No, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Okay.
I just need an address.
Yeah, Stacy, the cops went 24 hours prior and just left it alone because no one answered the door. But if they would have looked through that window, they would have seen that blood stain. I mean, it's right in front of the window.
I just need an address.
481 Kings Beach Drive in Apple Valley.
Okay. Just give us a few minutes and we'll be en route, okay?
Okay,
don't go back in the house.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying in the driveway.
Okay, thank you.
No, right.
All right, bye.
Trash bags by a sink full of blood. That's never good, bro.
By Friday, November 12th, the police were officially investigating 4 disappearances. Tina, Sarah, Cody, and Stephanie. The family dog, a miniature pinscher named Tanner, was also missing. The house was
Bro kidnapped the whole family, dude.
searched for clues,
Including the
and the
dog.
first discovery was very disheartening. The initial crime scene investigation concluded that the evidence indicated assault with bodily injury, including a large amount of blood and what looked like drag marks leading to the bathroom. There was also blood on the top of the basement stairs and in the basement. Something terrible had happened in Tina's home, but the exact extent of the horror still wasn't clear. The first suspect in the disappearances was the most obvious. Right at the beginning of the investigation, the police were told that Tina and her boyfriend were in the middle of a breakup, and her friends were worried that something may have happened between them. Gregory Borders, Tina's live-in boyfriend, who was not the father of her children, was interviewed immediately after he came to the police station voluntarily. In his statement, he admitted that he and Tina had split up, but they were still living in the house together until either of them could make other arrangements. Interestingly, Gregory normally has Wednesdays off from work, the day Tina went missing, but he decided to work overtime at Target Distribution in West Jefferson, Ohio, about 1.5 hours away. He worked from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m., but instead of coming back home, he said he stayed at a friend's house in Urbana, as they had plans to play golf in Bellefontaine the next day. It all seemed very convenient, except that all of his time was accounted for, and his friend verified that they had dinner together and stayed in watching TV. Gregory received a call from his mother around noon on Thursday, and she told him that Tina was missing. But instead of panicking and coming to help look for her, he just assumed she took the day off and continued to golf. Gregory only realized his...
Whoa, thank you to Tina. Oh my God, I almost said Tina because I'm so interested in this. Thank you so much to Stacy for the $10 dono, man. God bless you and Happy New Year to you as well. Where's my marker? Get your name written down quick. Thank you so much for the super chat, Stacy. I hope you're having a fantastic day and Happy New Year to you too, man. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be our year. Whatever we're going to want to accomplish, we're going to accomplish this year. It's going to be a year full of hard work, consistency, and persistency. Because hard work and consistency beats talent when talent fails to beat hard work and do hard work and be consistent. Sorry, I was reading this guy spamming in the chat. But you know what the fuck I mean, all right? Thank you so much, though, again, Stacy. God bless you.
His assumption couldn't have been more wrong when he finally returned to the home he shared with Tina. There he found that an investigation into the disappearances had already begun. After investigators cleared the crime scene...
You know, it's funny you asked me that. Do you have Ko-Fi? I seen someone on there. I wonder if I seen someone posted on Facebook, like, buy me a coffee. And it's Ko-Fi. And I was, like, wondering what the hell it is. And no, I don't, but I'll sign up for it. But no, I don't have one. But I now do, I guess. But yeah, I'm making one right now. Let's listen to this while I'm doing it. Sorry.
Gregory's own family arrived with bleach to clean up the blood in the house so that he wouldn't have to see it. With Gregory cleared, investigators had to move on to...
Yeah, I'll get that now, because if it takes 2%, that's way better than fucking YouTube. So, freaking YouTube, I mean, sorry. But yeah, I'll make one now.
Other leads. The next development was on that same Thursday when Tina's vehicle was discovered abandoned in the campus parking lot of the nearby Kenyon College, with no sign of her or anyone else. But it was something at the crime scene back at Tina's house that soon became the most promising piece of evidence. Investigators found Walmart shopping bags containing 2 tarps and a box of heavy-duty trash bags. Now, that's not a good sign at all. But in this case, It was also the investigation's big break because, along with the shopping bags, they also found a receipt for the purchase. Detectives wasted no time requesting the surveillance footage from the Walmart in Mount Vernon and began scouring it for someone making the suspicious purchase of garbage bags and tarps, along with a turkey sandwich and a t-shirt which was seen on the receipt. It wasn't long before they found him, buying the items just after midnight on Thursday morning. Just to be sure they had the right guy, investigators obtained a copy of the receipt from the suspicious transaction and compared the product codes with the receipt they found at the crime scene, and they matched. The suspect was a white male, 25 to 40 years old, with brown hair, wearing a camouflage shirt and glasses. He was caught on the footage leaving the Walmart in a silver Toyota Yaris. Using still images of the suspect, the investigators used the Ohio Law Enforcement Gateway to search for any owners of a silver Toyota Yaris. It was then that they found a name, 30-year-old Matthew J. Hoffman. His vehicle appeared to match the surveillance video, and in his Ohio BMV photo, taken only 16 days before the Walmart footage was caught, he was even wearing a camouflage shirt similar to the one in the video. Obviously, the police knew they had to talk to him, but Matthew had two possible addresses. One belonged to his mother, Patricia Heglin, and was only 0.4 miles from Tina's home. The other was registered under his name and was only 10 miles from Tina's. If there was any doubt that Matthew was the right guy, a search of the Knox County Sheriff's Office revealed that he had actually been stopped near where Tina's van was found within the same hour that it was discovered. An officer had stopped him to ask why he was in the area, but believing nothing was amiss, let him go. The sheriff's office also revealed that there was also a report of domestic violence between Matthew and his then-living girlfriend that occurred about 1 month before the disappearances. During an argument, Matthew allegedly choked his now ex-girlfriend. It was also discovered that following the breakup, Matthew had just recently been fired from his job as a tree trimmer for apparently making his supervisor uncomfortable. His ex-girlfriend was contacted, and she told the police that Matthew no longer lived at his mother's house and hadn't for several months. Finally, the police knew where to look for Tina, Sarah, Cody, and Stephanie. Once search warrants were obtained just 3 days after—
All right, I do have a Ko-Fi, so it's ko-fi.com/see-me-now. Same thing as the YouTube channel. And, yeah, so. But yeah, so it's ko-fi.com/see-me-now. That's my thingamajigger.
After the disappearances, a SWAT team descended on Matthew's home. Because they weren't sure if Matthew had kidnapped the 4 people, they conducted a no-knock search and used a ram to force entry through the front door. They then threw in a flash grenade before they entered the home. What they found was more bizarre than they could have ever expected. Matthew was asleep on the sofa. He resisted a little by not showing his hands when asked, but he was quickly arrested and removed from the home. As soon as he was taken care of, officers noticed something particularly strange about the house. There were leaves everywhere. The living room floor was almost completely—
All right, so yeah, I do have my Ko-Fi thing set up, and it's all set up and going, so, yeah. That's pretty cool. I guess I never heard about that, but I did see it with someone on Facebook. Even yesterday and earlier this morning, I was like, what the hell? And I was like, maybe I should do that. So thank you. It's funny you said that. So thank you for telling me, man. Or Stacy, I shouldn't have said that. But thank you so much. Now, if you guys want to support me, go to ko-fi.com/see-me-now.
covered in a huge pile of leaves. At first, the police were worried that the leaf pile might be hiding something sinister, like a body. But after searching through, they were relieved to find that this wasn't the case. Still, things only got weirder from there. There were also bags of leaves lining every wall of the bathroom. After breaking down the door of a locked bedroom, police discovered what looked like a marijuana growing operation that was not active. In a freezer, they found 2 dead squirrels lying right next to a few red popsicles. But the biggest surprise was hidden in the basement. A cabinet was blocking the doorway, but once moved, an officer discovered Tina's daughter, Sarah Maynard, lying on a sleeping bag on top of a pile of leaves in Matthew's basement. Her feet and hands were bound with yellow rope and duct tape. Alongside her in the basement were more trash bags filled with leaves. Thankfully, Sarah appeared to be unharmed, but she was wearing a makeshift diaper made from a plastic bag. As officers approached her, she was very confused and told them that she was late for school and kept asking if they knew anything about what happened to her dog, Tanner. Sarah was likely in shock or possibly dissociating. When something very scary or traumatic happens, someone may dissociate to protect themselves. They may feel disconnected from what is really going on or as though they are in a dreamlike state because reality is too difficult.
Yeah, that is sad, dude. I gotta rewind it just a tish, okay? Because I was looking at this, so I'm gonna rewind it just a little bit.
In a freezer, they found 2 dead squirrels lying right next to a few red popsicles. But the biggest surprise was hidden in the basement. A cabinet was blocking the doorway, but once moved, an officer discovered Tina's daughter, Sarah Maynard, lying on a sleeping bag on top of a pile of leaves and Matthew.
Oh my God, dude. And imagine being the cop and having to be like, hold on, honey, don't move yet. Let me take a picture. Like, that is sad, dude.
Basement. Her feet and hands were bound with yellow.
Having daughters like myself, having 2 daughters, this is why I protect them so much. Like, I could never imagine my kids having to go through this shit ever. Like, I can't imagine. It's freaking sad, dude.
Rope and duct tape.
Wow.
Alongside her in the basement were more trash bags filled with leaves. Thankfully, Sarah appeared to be unharmed, but she was wearing a makeshift diaper made from a plastic bag. As officers approached her, she was very confused and told them that she was late for school and kept asking if they knew anything about what happened to her dog, Tanner. Sarah was likely in shock or possibly dissociating. When something very scary or traumatic happens, someone may dissociate to protect themselves. They may feel disconnected from what is really going on or as though they are in a dreamlike state because reality is too difficult to face. Have you ever gotten in the car to drive home and then suddenly you realize you're almost back, but you don't remember the drive? That is a very mild form of dissociation. There was no sign of Tina, Cody, or Stephanie anywhere in the home. Investigators took care to photograph the way Sarah was bound before they freed her and brought her upstairs to wait for medical attention. Sarah was then brought by EMS to Knox Community Hospital, where she was thoroughly examined and questioned. Despite the trauma she'd endured, she carefully outlined every detail of what had happened. She said that she and her brother had returned home from school on Wednesday and were attacked by Matthew as soon as they entered. She ran to her bedroom, but Matthew grabbed her and carried her down into the basement. There he found some rope that was already in the house and used it to tie her up. He then left her on the kitchen floor for a period of time. She wasn't sure how long before he put her into Stephanie's Jeep and drove her to the Howard Ballfield parking lot. He covered her with blankets and left her there. Matthew later returned and put her into another car and drove to his house. Once there, he bound her hands in work gloves and duct tape, had her gagged, and kept her locked in the bathroom in a closet before he put her into the basement. Sarah said that she believed Matthew had killed her mother, brother, Stephanie, and her dog, but she wasn't sure.
Oh my God, dude. Like, that would just be ridiculous to go through. Like, holy shit, dude.
She revealed that during the time Matthew had kidnapped her, about 4 days, he cut her finger with a knife, repeatedly assaulted her, and said that he was going to release her before Christmas, but he never told her what happened to her mother, brother, or Stephanie. After being medically cleared, Sarah was then released into her father's custody. Initially, after he was arrested,
I'm surprised they're showing her face because at the time she was a minor.
Matthew was placed under 24-hour watch after crying and threatening to harm himself. Eventually, though, he was brought in to speak with investigators. The following interrogations took place over 4 days and have never been analyzed before. The interrogator reads Matthew his Miranda rights, but
Guys, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up, y'all. We're only at 12 likes. Let's try and hit 50 likes. We just need 38 more beautiful people to double tap that screen. Take your phone, double tap the screen, get those likes up, man. Show some love and support. It's the new year. Let's start off strong, y'all.
He's almost completely unresponsive and barely even acknowledges the detectives.
Bottom paragraph says, my rights have been explained to me and I understand each of those rights. Having those rights in mind, I'm willing this time to make a statement or answer questions. You understand that, Matt? Yeah. You understand?
It's possible that Matthew is in a catatonic state, which can occur with some psychological disorders, including schizophrenia. When the person is experiencing catatonia, they may be completely unresponsive with their body, like Matthew is now. It's also possible that this is his way of coping with the stress of the interrogation. Someone who is under extreme stress may limit their movements in an effort to go unnoticed, also known as freezing. Of course, it's also the possibility that he's refusing to cooperate to intentionally avoid having to answer questions.
You want to talk to one of us alone, or do you want us both in here, or...
Sorry, guys. You guys know I always have to shout out the new subs, man. Thank you to Mark for the subscription. God bless you. And thank you to Nikki for the subscription as well, man. God bless you guys. Happy New Year.
You comfortable with both of us?
Yes, baby. Same people. Okay. All right, guys. 1 second. I'm going to fill my coffee and check on my youngest daughter. I'll be right back. Keep double tapping that screen. By the time I get back, let's be at 50 likes. What, sweetie? Knock it off. You know better than that, honey. All right. Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean you act like that. All right. Let's go.
Let's be in here. Matt.
Soon they start to get creative in the hopes that Matthew will begin talking.
Hey, Matt, can I ask you a question? You look familiar. You look familiar to me. You work out at the gym?
Though Matthew
Dude, that's so funny he said that, because it's like, you look familiar to me. Do you work out at the gym? It's like, I work out at the gym in my town, and there's so many cops that go there. It's crazy.
Remains silent, he finally reacts, but what he does is one of the most bizarre things we have ever seen in an interrogation.
You know, other people, there's family members out there of other people, and all they want is closure. That's all they want. They've been up for days like you and I have, you know? Heart hurts. I don't understand sign language yet.
Matthew's hand signals seem to say that his heart is broken. This is, of course, not real sign language. However, it's certainly odd that he's using hand signals to communicate, but this could be an indication of Matthew's childlike nature.
Okay.
What do you want from us? Tell me what you want from us.
Matthew sits with his eyes closed.
All right, guys. So if anyone wants to support me, I guess I didn't know this, so it's a good thing that I was told. Go to ko-fi.com/see-me-now, and they would take 2% of your donations. YouTube takes 30%. So, yeah. So show some love, man. Anyway, let's go. Sorry.
As the detectives try relentlessly to get him to start talking.
We want a couple minutes here just to kind of think about all this, because I know it's overwhelming for you right now.
I'm beginning to think Matt don't care.
He cares.
The detectives are speaking as if Matthew isn't in the room. They're likely trying to see if something they say strikes a chord and makes him want to chime in to correct their assumptions about him. When this attempt doesn't work, the interrogator tries another, more confrontational approach.
Somebody will cry today. If I make a phone call after this interview, somebody will cry. But I guarantee you, some of that cry will be joy. Because they know where Cody is. They know where Tina is. They know where Stephanie is. I know they'll cry for somewhat joy, Matt, because...
Happy New Year, Pumpkin. Welcome in.
Oops. With Sarah.
Matthew tightens one hand into a fist and then covers it with the other hand.
Girls, I got more chocolate out here if you want some.
Sign that he's feeling very anxious.
What I'm probably going to do, Matt, is leave this room, and when I get away from these guys, probably cry like a baby. Because it's working on me, man. Big time.
Finally, after sitting in silence and almost completely unresponsive for over 4 hours, Matthew cracks.
I can't tell you anything because I don't know.
You don't know?
I knew I must have done something wrong. And I found her in my house. She's tied up. And so I took care of her.
Psychopaths often try to paint themselves as the good guy or the hero like Matthew did here when claiming that he took care of Sarah. This is a sign of antisocial personality disorder, also known as ASPD. However, when someone with psychopathy does something horrible, they will sometimes pick out one positive thing they did in the midst of all the horrible things in order to claim that they are good. What Matthew claims he had done to, in his words, take care of Sarah, was feed her, let her watch the movie Iron Man, and allow her to borrow his copy of the book Treasure Island.
I don't really know anything else.
I completely agree with you, Country Kinda Crazy, because, like, I just don't understand how a person could hurt anyone, especially a child. Like, how can you want to do that, right? We still haven't found out what happened to the other 3 people, including the dog. But, like, even that kid that you kept in the basement, how are you, like, wanting to do that? Like, there has to be a disconnect from emotion there, you know? Make sure you guys double tap that screen, man. We just need 20 more beautiful people. Double tap that screen. We'll be at 50 likes. Let's continue to try and get ourselves in the algorithm and run it up, man. First stream of the year. Let's try and continue to do good, man.
So I was trying to figure out what had happened.
Matthew's claim to not know what he did is one of the mysteries with psychopaths and people with severe personality disorders, because they sometimes dissociate and can't recall their actions. This is particularly true for the very mentally ill psychopaths, such as someone with psychopathy mixed with psychosis. Other times, their supposed inability to remember is just their way of manipulating and pretending that they weren't aware of what they were doing.
At what point did you find her tied up in your house? Thursday. Did you ask her? Did you speak with her about, what happened? How did you get here? Anything like that?
She said I'd done it. I figured I had done something I didn't know. I just could try to put pieces together.
It still isn't clear what happened to Tina, Cody, or Stephanie, or where they are. However, given the evidence of blood found in the home and Sarah's testimony that she believed Matthew killed them, investigators weren't hopeful that they would be found alive.
Did you recognize her as someone that you had seen before? And, did you realize that this is a person you'd seen before that now was in your house? Or
I don't know.
Didn't make that connection? You don't know her? I mean, I'm just asking because they were the pictures on the camera and they weren't taken, at the time that this happened. So I was just wondering if you, in other words, if it was someone you knew and then, wow, how did you get here in my house? Because she said that she asked you a couple of times. Do you remember that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Childlike behavior is...
As he found out that there was cameras in the house and they had him on camera, from what I heard, I think I heard it right. Yeah. He's like, I don't want to talk no more. Because now his fucking little crying ass, plan is foiled.
Very typical of people with personality disorders, including ASPD.
Yeah, I'll put the link in my description quick. 1 second.
However, Matthew is extremely childlike.
It's also pinned up. It's in the pinned comment. So it's just www.co-fi.com/see-me-now, no spaces.
When under stress, psychopaths and many people with ASPD often regress to childlike behaviors, but they often do so knowingly as a way to attempt to manipulate their way out of consequences. A female officer, believed to be a psychologist, enters the room and begins speaking with Matthew one-on-one. She set up the room differently so they're more side by side instead of across the table, which doesn't allow Matthew to have the barrier of the table between them, keeping his distance and guard up.
I think what we were talking about earlier and kind of feeling alone
That's definitely how I felt when I went to Chicago. I knew no one there. I was the only one out of my class sent there.
The interviewer is trying to build rapport with Matthew and trying to make it seem like she can relate to him, possibly feeling lonely in a city where you don't know anyone. This is to make him feel less judged and to start moving him closer to a confession.
But you had a purpose.
Yeah.
Ikigai.
What's that?
Japanese.
Oh.
Ikigai. Sense of purpose.
He latches onto her comment about a lack of purpose. She'll now likely use this as the theme for why he did what he did, as he was receptive to it. This is a step in the Reid technique of theme development. When developing themes, the interrogator speaks in a soft, soothing voice to appear non-threatening and to lull the suspect into a false sense of security.
So I did go out to Colorado after I graduated high school.
Did you?
That's where I got into my first trouble. I ate something really bad.
I'll be right back.
I pieced it together. I figured it out. And I went and turned myself in out of my first prison time.
You went out there with a sense of purpose.
It is clear he likes playing the victim role, and the interviewer will allow him to seem like a victim to get him to confess. But admitting that he had done something very bad in the past, it shows that he has some awareness of what bad is. So if there is any doubt that he's insane, this could show that he's likely not entirely insane.
I guess I burned down a condo. I did burn down a condo.
In 2001, Matthew was convicted of arson, burglary, assault, and motor vehicle theft while in Routt County, Colorado. It's believed that he set fire to a vacation condo to hide any evidence that he'd been staying there without the owner's permission. He was eventually released from prison and paroled back to Ohio.
It's okay. You didn't want to hurt anybody. You just wanted a release.
The investigator now offers a justification for his actions, saying he just wanted a release and didn't want to hurt anybody. This is another Reid technique used to make him feel more at ease with admitting to the things he did. She's proposed a more morally acceptable reason for his actions that he can latch onto.
I don't want to hurt anyone. It's not me.
Again, her tactic works, and he repeats what she...
Thank you so much, Stacy, for the tip. Yeah, I do see that. So YouTube would have taken 30% from $5. What is that? Hold on. So let's see what the difference is, because I seen what you sent. Sorry. So that's $1.50 they would have taken from YouTube. Instead, it took 90 cents or whatever. So thank you so much, Stacy, for the tip on there. We are going to have to start using Ko-Fi more. It's an awesome discovery, so thank you for helping me discover it. And as much as I love YouTube and being monetized and stuff like that, YouTube does take a brutal amount, like seriously. Like it does take a super brutal amount. So thank you so much for the other dono, Stacy. You did a $10 dono on here and then a $5 on Ko-Fi. Thank you so much. God bless you and Happy New Year. Thank you for blessing me so much. I can't put into words how much I appreciate it. So yeah, guys, if you guys want to go ahead and support me, I have the Ko-Fi button here. Instead of YouTube taking a brutal 30%, you can just click on the link in the description or in the chat from Ko-Fi, and you can go donate there. Thank you so much.
He said,
"You know what antipsychotic medication is? I mean, it doesn't. I read about it. It doesn't directly address the problem. It's just powerful tranquilizers. I'll take it if I have to.
Play fair. You're always the mom. You can be the baby."
It's interesting that Matthew agrees he will take an antipsychotic medication if he has to. It appears that he may be trying to claim that he is psychotic or was acting due to psychosis when he committed the crime.
Crazy.
Happy New Year, Stacy. Thank you again. God bless you, babes. I like that. Sorry, freaking touch. I always think that the laptop down here controls the laptop up here. I'm an idiot.
Because I must have done something bad. I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Wow, that can you work through?
Again, he's playing innocent and claiming to be unaware of his actions. This is not a believable tactic. And hearing this, it's easy to assume that he's lying and manipulating or playing crazy to try to get out of the consequences he knows he'll be facing. While this could be the case, it's also possible that Matthew has gotten used to dissociating throughout his life, meaning that he copes with whatever unpleasant or uncomfortable feelings he experiences after doing something bad by completely erasing it from memory. This isn't a totally conscious process, of course, because people can't consciously decide to erase something from memory. However, this type of dissociation is something a person can learn to do as early as childhood, particularly people who have gone through severe abuse during childhood. In addition, detectives found an extremely large number of leaves inside Matthew's home. This is certainly unusual and may be a sign of a severe mental health disorder.
Yeah, Aubrey always has to be the baby, so sometimes I make him switch because it's only fair, right? Yeah, the joys of having children. It's very sad what's going on, especially when you have to, going through that much trauma to where you have to disassociate as a kid like that is very sad. And what is up with all these leaves in this fucking house, dude? Look at all these leaves on the left. What is up with that?
One of the symptoms of schizophrenia is delusions, in which the person may hold strange or odd beliefs. Although Matthew has made no mention of the leaves, it's possible that he holds some type of delusion involving leaves.
I mean, sometimes I have to even be the baby, so yeah.
The sheer amount of time that it would have taken him to gather that many leaves and bring inside lends support to the theory that he likely has a very strongly held belief about the leaves.
Okay, potentially, I can't, guarantee these things. What facility you might go to, where you might go, what might happen. And the attitude that the people in the system are going to take toward you can be affected by the fact that you decided at this point to do the right thing.
The male detective takes a very different approach with Matthew than the previous interrogator.
Yeah, he literally had a big ass pile of leaves in a room and then leaves all over the wall. Like, watch. Like, here are all the leaves in the room. Right? And then here, like, he has a wall full of, like, shopping bags full of leaves that are taped to the wall or something. Like, that's just weird.
Gator. He's much louder, more aggressive, and more direct.
From the moment we broke into your house, found you and found her in the basement, you owned it all. You own it all. Okay? You can't do anything about the part of it you own.
Matthew clearly doesn't respond well to the detective's assertive and somewhat aggressive approach. It appears that he's covering his ears with his arms, possibly trying to block out what the detective is saying. He's silent again, and the detective allows the silence to linger in the hopes that he will make a decision as to whether he will confess. The detective mirrors Matthew's posture and body language here. Although this can be viewed as a way of invading Matthew's personal space, it could also be the detective's way of trying to connect with Matthew. The intensity appeared to cause Matthew to become more distressed. However, by mirroring his body language, the detective is relaying a message of understanding.
And if you didn't have a plan and you just put them in the Jeep and you just pulled over somewhere, there's weeds in the Jeep, so it looks like you probably pulled into a field somewhere and that's how the weeds got on there. If it's a random place, give me an idea where street it might be on or off of. But you gotta be able to narrow the field down from the whole county.
Oh, where are the other three people? Like, where's the mom? Where's the friend? Where's the son? And the dog?
The dumping itself has to be less traumatic to recall than all the stuff that went on in the bathroom. Just tell us where to look. And I will stand up in court and say that you did. And I will go to Sarah myself and tell her that you did.
The detective returns to this theme that has Matthew looking like a good guy. He even uses Sarah seeing him as helpful as a bargaining chip.
Okay, I don't want you to get upset, but
welcome
the
in,
reason
Rachel.
we're driving around,
And
we don't
yeah,
have
you,
to drive
Stacy. That
around.
was weird.
Okay, remember I came in here saying that I didn't want to drive around unless there was some value in it. Okay. Right. That's the whole point. Is will you see something that will, prompt your memory? But I want to talk about what the possibilities would be for that location. Okay. In other words, not across the street. You're not going to put bodies across the street. What would you do, from there? In terms of a place you might go.
Matt, we're not going to be mad at you if you don't know exactly. Your memory is not exact because you have said that you want to know. You're afraid to find out, but there's a part of you that wants to know. If it doesn't happen genuinely, then it doesn't happen. I'm not going to be upset.
Matthew seems to like the attention and pampering he's receiving from the detective and the psychologist, who are treating him with care and catering to him as they try to locate the bodies. The detective almost sounds father-like as he's talking to Matthew about doing the right thing, almost like a mentor, and the psychologist takes on a nurturing maternal role in her soft-spoken and calm way. Matthew's severe emotional immaturity appears to have elicited this sort of care from them.
Drive you, let you see and kind of see what happens. I may ask you, or Chris may ask you an occasional question. But that's all we're trying to do. Okay?
We'll try to put your jacket on.
Yeah, put your jacket on. We're going to have to put a pair of cuffs on you. What do you think, Sure.
Or water. Do you like water better?
Can we take a water too?
Yeah. All right, do you want to go to the bathroom before we go? Are you good?
I think I should go.
Okay. And then walk down with me. Okay. This way.
Whether or not the police truly believe Matthew's claims that he can't remember what happened to the 3 missing people, they took him on a ride in an effort to refresh his memory. He didn't reveal anything. It's possible that Matthew simply wanted to escape from the interrogation room, and this car ride was a break for him from the intense questioning. The next day, Matthew is once again brought back into the interrogation room. This is now day 4. The detective removes Matthew's handcuffs. This is a gesture of goodwill in the hopes that he will appreciate it and be more cooperative with them.
They got him to McDonald's, bro. He's about to crack. We all know what happens when they get fast food for these fuckers. Or frickers, I mean. God, dude, YouTube, I'm trying my hardest to be PG, all right?
Does that mean you go in the microwave or is it okay? Okay.
Giving him food and coffee are gestures of friendliness they hope he will reciprocate. The detective even offers to heat up his food again, trying to build rapport and seem like an ally to Matthew. He's just come out of his jail cell and may be even more receptive to the outside comforts they're providing him. He doesn't say thank you or appear appreciative.
Rachel, you're walking in, or you're coming in now. Make sure you guys double tap that screen, man. We need 12 more likes to get to, it's 22 more likes to get to 50. So this guy apparently, I can't remember if it was her friend, a girl, her son, and her friend are missing, and they found the girl's daughter in this guy's basement. And then in the girl's home that's missing, there was a bunch of blood. So now we're here, and he's not giving up where the bodies are. So yeah, my bad. My mind's going crazy right now. I'm thinking about things. I'm thinking about how I can't have a fucking muzzle on my mouth when it comes to swear words. I have an issue. I need to get a shock collar, but it only shocks me when I swear. Anyone got any ideas for that?
Which further displays his antisocial personality.
You guys just starting your day?
Pretty much. It's about 9:30.
Dude, how could you know where 3 bodies are? You just unalive 3 people and a dog. And you're in interrogation room eating the McDonald's that they got you, drinking coffee, and you're trying to have a casual conversation saying, did you just start your day? How you doing today? That is a psychopath, bro.
A little bit earlier. You normally an early riser, or do you stay up late and sleep in?
I get up early.
This is just to get him comfortable with them again and get him talking. He clearly prefers to sit in silence, so this is essential for someone like this.
What are your thoughts today after things we talked about and kind of left it last night?
Appreciate it, Rachel. I am trying my hardest.
You feeling like you wanted to do what you could to help.
His behavior could point to severe trauma and/or mental defect. The detective realizes he must take some sort of action to get anywhere with Matthew and asks the other interrogator to step out.
Chris, would you give us a couple minutes? Okay. Did you pass the chain camera?
Okay.
This cat's just looking at me like, yeah, try and come at me, bro. Like, he's just looking at me like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, this cat thinks he owns the roost, man.
That's one offer for you, but I want to give you what you asked for.
Changing the dynamic in the room can sometimes prove useful. The detective slides his chair closer to Matthew, invading his personal space to try to snap him out of the daze he's in.
This is not unusual for us. I mean, a lot of times.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. That's why when people, oh, see, it's karma. I told you not to jump on the counter. You just fell. Haha. Anyway. Yeah, dude, that's what makes me believe in the universe more than anything, because people always want to talk about how people are all created a certain way and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, nah, bro, some people literally are like in their own little world, and it's crazy. I'm not going to lie. Just play the video. Bro, now you're banned from the channel. Haha. Now you can't chat anymore. I'll talk whenever I want. You guys got a problem with it, then fuck off, man. Straight up, go somewhere else.
Somebody wants to talk to one of the other. She won't take it personally.
Yeah, dude, my cat's a little shit. He tried jumping on the counter, and he just did a backflip and fell on his head. Ha 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 ha.
Matthew shifts in his chair, positioning himself slightly away from the detective. This may be a sign that he's trying to decrease his feelings of discomfort about the detective sitting so close to him.
It's more than one time that I've advocated for the person that I'm working with as a result of how things have gone. So when I tell you that, this is what I'll do or what I can't do, or
when the detective states that he has in previous cases advocated for the suspect, Matthew quickly looks up and makes eye contact with the detective for the first time since he's been in there. This statement has piqued his interest and attention, and the detective...
DK, that's why it's crazy, because it's their world. Like, imagine someone comes in your house, they're completely disassociated in their world, you're a freaking elf, and they want to decapitate you. Like, it's wild how different people think so differently, or in some cases, even, like, are so disassociated with the world to where they feel no feelings. Like, that's what makes it crazy.
Should take note of this and continue to use this theme of him being able to help him.
What is that thing? Can you answer? This thing here? On the floor. Well, yeah, it's connected.
Well, that's all. That's just a surge, a converter that converts electrical current into a current that computer hooks up. And that computer is a CVSA, which is a type of computer that analyzes voice stress. It's kind of one of the newer types of lie detectors that they use.
So isn't the microphone?
No.
Despite Matthew appearing to be in a daze the majority of the time, this question about a microphone shows that he's aware of his surroundings and he likely has some sort of plan, which is why he's wondering if he's being recorded. He's likely not as lost and distraught as he's presented to be.
What's the thing in your ankle?
That's my gun. Just leave it there.
Matthew continues to delay because he keeps discussing things that aren't relevant and then asks to use the bathroom.
This coffee's kind of getting weak for you in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you're not going to try and overpower me, take my gun or anything, right?
No, you might. If you want to, you can give it to someone.
Okay.
The detective is careful to not turn his back on Matthew, just in case he snaps and tries to attack him, especially after the comments about the gun.
Yeah, people are so stupid. Like, the dumbest thing to fucking say on a channel is you go on the channel and you say, just stop pausing the video, just play it. Go watch the fucking actual video yourself then, bro. Like, I don't understand why people waste their time and effort to type in those words when, like, that's the whole point of having a channel or reacting to a video is to commentate on it. Like, it's like, with, like, you're watching a UFC fight and you're like, stop commentating, let's just watch the fight. Like, they're called commentators for a reason. Oh god, there's so many words that I want to say, but I'll get banned, so I'm not gonna fucking Sam, okay, yeah, okay. So just have a nice fucking day. And I know that, but that's what psychopaths do, dude. Is like psychopaths ain't gonna lawyer up. They think that they can handle it themselves, right?
You can even put the face on if you want. Okay. Do we know on you?
Talking
I know.
about
I just figured out that with chat, like I love like Pumpkin, Stacy, all these people. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys all the time. But you cannot win when you have a chat like mine, or you're growing like I am, and you have hundreds of people in here at sometimes, or even thousands. My highest view rate was ever was like 2.5, 3.1K. And you just can't win with the chat. The chat is an undefeated monster.
gun, and offering to have the cuffs put back on is a very unusual interaction, to say the least. It could be that Matthew might be aware of his own impulsivity. Perhaps he doesn't trust what he might do in a moment of impulse. The detective took Matthew to a restroom just down the hall from the interview room.
I'm sorry. I feel like I failed you. I'm sorry if I let you down.
The detective is saying this as a tactic to essentially place the blame on himself for Matthew not being cooperative, to see if that has any positive outcomes.
I feel myself trying to let you down. I've let Sarah down. I've let everybody down.
Sarah got recovered.
The detective may be trying to appeal to Matthew's feelings about Sarah. Earlier in the interrogation, he oddly stated that he took care of her.
And I found her in my house. She tied up. And so I took care of her.
The detective may be hoping that Matthew feels some shred of empathy for Sarah, so he'll provide them with the location of the other victims for Sarah's sake.
Everything I've told you has been the truth, but I'm being truthful with you now. I mean, it's not just about you, Matthew. It's about her. I mean, like I said, I think I failed you. I failed her. Law enforcement, hey, I failed them before. But I mean, that's the package.
Did you hear any of our conversation?
No. In a bathroom and here now. Once I left, I didn't hear anything.
Do you want to tell her?
No, I was wondering if maybe she had been listening with any voices.
You wanted privacy, we gave you privacy.
So, are you probably not going to keep it private?
Matthew revealed something to the detective in the bathroom that he's concerned the female interviewer will find out about. He may feel embarrassed for her to know, either because she is a female or because he still wants to appear like the victim as she was previously treating him.
Our conversation, like, is
this, the only thing, my intention, I'll be honest with you right now, is just tell Chris what we said. Okay? But I will tell you this, okay? If you tell us, I will keep that private.
The detective quickly realizes he now has some leverage
one last Big Mac and he'll give up.
over Matthew and uses it to create a quid pro quo scenario. Matthew is about to unveil a disturbing and unexpected revelation.
So I had a really horrific dream last night. It was disgusting. Getting a knot in my stomach. I feel awful. I saw some really disgusting stuff in the big garbage can. And I was hoping I could make some excuse for you guys to kill me.
From what I've heard from their family, that's something that would just hurt them more. And hurt yourself's not going to help
Glenn, no, he apparently killed 3 and a dog.
anybody, including yourself.
Matt said that he had that the dream dealt with the food processing plant, where they chopped food up, and that there were garbage bags there that then he opened or looked in garbage can or bag, not sure which, and he saw body parts, chopped up stuff, and I'm not sure what to think now in terms of whether he knows or doesn't know. He doesn't appear to have any concerns about the consequences in terms of trials and courts.
The detective reiterates Matthew's story as if he believes
Bro, like at some point, cops need to realize, like, no, these freaking psychopaths don't have any consideration for the way that the courts feel. I mean, he just unalived 3 people and a dog. Think he cares what the hell the courts are gonna think, bro? He knows his life is over. Like, sorry. If I was a detective, I'd be playing into the fact that if he cares for that girl that he held in his basement so much, where is her family at so she can have closure, right? That's what I would do.
his version of events, but then makes it clear he's holding back additional information. This is to try to get Matthew to disclose the location of the bodies.
Matt, in terms of this deal I'm offering you, okay, I mean, so to speak, okay, what can you tell us what you do remember?
Yep, that's right, Stacy.
I mean, my concern again is was the location. Can you tell us what you do remember?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you know, I thought you want me to talk about the offer you made to me, what you wanted to have accomplished as a result of the day, the trip.
I figure that's...
You figure you already revealed that? I mean, you know, in other words, you did ask me earlier, am I going to say that? And I said that, you know, I would not say it. I would not give... See, what I'm figuring is that here's the I'll bring you right back in to cover this, but I just want to throw something away. I thought that what your concern was that I didn't tell him about the desire to have us shoot you escaping.
Matthew's secret is that he wants to be shot by the detective. The detective agrees to keep this a secret so that he may be able to carry it out. This is all just a ploy to try to get Matthew to disclose the body's location, as he clearly cannot agree to kill him.
And that because if I shared that then they would go to extreme measures to keep that from happening.
There's no trust on either side. There's no way of proving that. There's no way you can just shoot me if everyone knows.
I know that.
If I try to escape, you have a legitimate reason.
But the bottom line is, what does all this have to do with not telling us where they are? How does that hurt things?
I don't understand.
Well, help me understand.
It's hard to tell if Matthew actually believes his claim about his dream or if all of this is just him buying time or trying to play crazy.
And nobody thinks that the person in this position that comes to this point does this of their own, through their own fault. I'm not going to try and figure it all out, but I mean, I know, you know, your dad and mom split up when you were 3. You went through a life without a dad. That's a major impact. It affects a lot of people in a lot of really negative ways. I know your dad was a 40-year firefighter and you set some fires, okay?
His obsession with leaves and the fact that he accumulates a large collection of leaves in his home could be his way of coping with the abandonment issues related to his father, who reportedly was a firefighter. It's possible that setting fire to leaves, and thus his obsession with leaves, could be related to his hatred for his father or his desire for his father to notice him. People who feel lonely, hopeless, or empty inside often derive comfort from material objects because they might not be able to get the love and attention they want from people in their lives. As a result, they turn to obsession and fixations with things in order to feel less alone. In Matthew's case, accumulating large quantities of leaves may have brought him a feeling of fullness and comfort. However, it's also possible that Matthew may have some sort of mental illness and has some strange beliefs about leaves. One of the symptoms of schizophrenia is delusions. Yet Matthew doesn't seem to have schizophrenia, as he doesn't appear to be in a psychotic
Dude,
episode.
I didn't even notice that was in the bathroom, dude. Like, this is in the bathroom. Toilet here, sink here. Like, this guy covered his whole bathroom with bags of leaves.
Yet Matthew doesn't seem to have schizophrenia, as he doesn't appear to be in a psychotic episode during these interrogations. When he does speak, he sounds clear, coherent, and he's aware of what's happening around
Nah,
him.
dude, my cat's acting a fool today. He ain't getting no pets from me. Better kill a mouse or something, then you can get rewarded with the pet.
He doesn't appear to be responding to any internal stimuli, as you might expect with someone who is schizophrenic.
Yeah, that is a good point, Stacy, that he could be like doing that to make the house burn faster.
To our knowledge,
And
Matthew
unalive
was
himself.
never diagnosed with schizophrenia.
With all honesty, Matt, I say this very genuinely. You are sitting in self-pity, and that doesn't even help you.
The female detective calls Matthew out for his self-pity and victim mentality. This is a sign that they are done using this theme to get him to speak, since allowing him to play the role of the victim has not produced any answers. She then directs him to think about the future and how he'll be viewed in the hopes this will get him talking.
Talk to you guys, it's on me, that's I don't have any money left.
Well, I disagree on that. I think you do, and you can.
Matthew is intelligent and knows that if he tells them where the bodies are, there's no guarantee of any real benefit to him. The most likely way to get him to give up this information would be in exchange for a plea deal, such as removing the death penalty. However, given Matthew's expression of wanting to be shot, that may not be motivating to him.
The prosecutors are pushing to have you come and have a hearing, and this is it. This is your last chance to talk to us, literally. And
This is a lawyer prison.
that's what they're pushing for. You're saying, you're saying you're still willing to talk to us without an attorney, but that's what's being done now as far as pushing for that. So this is your last chance right now to talk to us.
They'll come and make the decisions for you.
Yeah.
I mean, literally. They'll
switch
take
it all
that away.
around.
They make it sound like it's your freedom to go and give you.
The detective knows that it's very important for Matthew to feel like he is the one in control, and he is calling the shots. He makes it sound like if he gets a lawyer, the lawyer will be controlling him. He knows Matthew won't like feeling powerless.
And the lack of media pressure can also take some of the other people that are, being affected by it. Sorry about that.
Okay.
You know, that's the thing too. A lot of these people like the media pressure. A lot of these people that are psychopaths like the attention. They like that their stuff's in the news. They like the carrying on of the tension of where's the bodies. What did this guy do with these people? You know, he wants to have the stuff linger. He wants to have the question linger.
We're done. We apparently are told we are done. Keep everything we said in mind for you. Think about it and think about what you can do for yourself after you talk to an attorney.
Gonna hear my pads. Man, no, they're gonna.
Bruh, did I just hear a fucking mouse in my ceiling? Dude, my cat's chasing something, dude, because he was running around, staring around like this. And then I was just looking, or I just heard something, and so I took my headphone off, and I heard scurrying across my fucking ceiling tile, bro. This cat is on the chase. Hello? Bro, that sounded like a big fucker too, dude. Oh my god. I've never seen a mouse in my house unless he's caught it. And because we don't really have them. But it's freezing outside, so this time of year they come inside. They try and find their ways in. Bro, I might put my cat up in the ceiling. I'm not gonna lie. S'more! I'll assist you. Come here, buddy. Dude, no wonder this fucker's running around the house all crazy. Bro, I need you guys to go to ko-fi.com/see me now and donate as much as you can so I can hire a fucking exterminator at this point. Frickin' I mean. Bro, I heard that fucker come and run, dude. Oh my god, dude. He must be on the chase or something. That was insane.
I'm going to take you back down to jail because for security reasons, the attorneys can't meet with you here, okay? Remember, public defenders have...
I don't even know if we have raccoons or possums in North Dakota. I've never seen a raccoon in North Dakota ever. Now I'm tweaking, bro.
Interest sometimes in this, so, use your head. Okay, you're a smart guy. Take care of yourself. I don't know if I have a chance. We'll talk again.
I hope we do. I hope we do talk again. They're here.
The detective ends things on a friendly note, calling him Buddy, and touches him on the shoulder as a last-ditch effort to leave a positive impression. This is in the hopes that he may at some point change his mind and confess to the location of the bodies.
Welcome in, Brenda.
The big question here is Matthew's strange behavior in the interrogation all an act either for pity, attention, or applause?
Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah, now every freaking time I hear something... What? Happy New Year, baby.
To get an insanity defense? Or is what we are seeing actually the real Matthew? Matthew later revealed that he made up the entire story about his dream about the food processing plant, where he opened a trash bag and saw cut-up body parts. He admitted that it was all a lie to try and get himself killed by the police, because he didn't want to be injected with Thorazine, an antipsychotic medication, for the rest of his life. He said he still...
I don't mind if my cat kills anything. Like, he's an inside cat. He doesn't go outside. I don't mind if he kills mice. But what I just heard running in my ceiling tile sounded like a motherfucking New York City giant mutant rat. And I am freaking out. I'm definitely going to get off stream after this video and send my cat into the ceiling.
Still didn't remember where the bodies were. In a written confession, Matthew admitted even more, telling the investigators that he'd been staking out Tina's home the night before the attack, sleeping in the woods across the street. The next morning, he watched as everyone left
Dude,
and then
this man was sleeping in the woods across the street. That is crazy.
snuck into the home through the garage. His plan had been to burglarize the home and
Dude, it is negative. Like, what's the degree outside? Hold on. It's been freaking cold lately, and it's been like completely snowing a lot lately. So like, there is like, I don't blame any small rodent or anything for not wanting to be outside, because there's like nowhere for them to be. Like, there's snow covering everything. It is 9 degrees out right now. The low is supposed to be -3, right? Friday. So tomorrow it's supposed to be -4. And it's supposed to be a little bit nicer throughout the next week, 20, 16, 23, 19. But yeah. Bro, I hear it, dude. Bro, and there's like a hole over here because we had to get to a pipe. And I'm afraid one's going to jump out of this hole on top of me, bro. Woo! Ah! Ah! It did! The mouse dropped on the fucking computer! Ah! Ah, it's over here! Snore! Snore! Where's the broom? S'more! S'more! I jinxed myself! S'more, come here, bud. Where's my cat? S'more, come here, bud. I'll be right back. One just jumped on my damn computer.
Did he get away?
Dude, he fell from the ceiling. I knew it. Oh, my cat hears him. We're gonna get this motherfucker.
Should we move that?
Oh, he's ready. He's gonna get him. I wish I could show you guys.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I need to record. Oh! Ah! He's getting it! He's got it! Good job, S'more!
He got it!
Oh, now he ran away. Oh, no, he's second. Good job, S'more! Oh. Oh. Where's my chair? Oh. 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 Oh, God. Holy shit. Bruh. Yo, I need to clip my reaction. Someone needs to go back and clip my reaction, bro. Bro. I knew that was gonna happen. I don't even know where he fell from. All of a sudden I was sitting there and saying, I feel like something's gonna fall on me. And the fucker fell literally right here on my shit. Almost in my coffee. Oh. And that fucker scurried off, man. I heard him in the ceiling. I knew, oh man, I don't want to let go of my Swiffer. Yeah, I grabbed S'more and I threw him where it was and he caught it, so we're good. I don't know. All I know is I screamed like a little girl in front of the whole world. We're good. Oh, Jesus. Oh. God. Did you guys see the mouse fall? Like, that would have been crazy if it fell in front of the camera. Bro, we're going viral with that one, hopefully. Holy shit. That was a genuine reaction from me, too. Yo, I'm letting that cat have that thing. He can eat it for all I care. Woo! Man, y'all caught my bearded dragon biting me on camera. Y'all got me. Oh, man. Whew. This is why this is the best channel on YouTube, man. Y'all got to support your boy. It did? It fell in front of the camera? No way, dude. Yo, I got to go back and check that out, bro. No, dude, it jump scared me, Spudnik. It jump scared me. Because I was hearing it run around in my ceiling up here. And I was like, what the hell? It sounds like it's going to fall through the ceiling. I literally just said it. And then it just fucking plopped down on my computer. Man, that's crazy. I mean, y'all seen it, man. Y'all see me grab the freaking y'all seen the Swiffer. I grabbed the Swiffer, I found my cat, and it ran over in this corner over here. And so I grabbed my cat and I threw him over there, and he must have smelt it because right away he knew what was going down. Oh, god damn. Whew. Alright, guys. We're definitely going to clip it. I need y'all to help me clip that shit. Hoofda. Or as my mother would say, hoofda pee-pee, man. Oh. Yeah, hoofda pee-pee's right, girl. Man. Bro, that little fucker came right down and plopped on my computer and ran away. I'm gonna have to get bleach for that, bro. Man. I live in North Dakota, man. I mean, I don't mind seeing one mouse, but it literally freaking jumped out of the ceiling onto my computer midstream. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. Oh, man. I'm going to have to call Ecolab.
Away without anyone seeing him. He chose Tina's house because there weren't any close neighbors, and the door was often left ajar. However, Tina and Stephanie returned.
I can't wait to see my reaction when I go back and I clip it. I can't wait to see my reaction. Freaking out, jumping up and running away, dude. Oh, my. Oh, women, you do not want me as your man when it comes to a mouse jumping out of the ceiling. I don't mind seeing it run across the floor and getting it, but the way it came out of the ceiling and right in front of me and it was like, whoa! I could not do it. Oh, my God. Oh, that was too much. Oh, my Jesus. Well, we've had my bearded dragon bite me on camera. What else have we had that's funny? All I know is now we've had a mouse jump from the ceiling onto my fucking computer. So, we're going viral eventually here, guys. Holy fuck. Oofda, man.
Caught Matthew in the act. He claimed he ambushed.
Rewind this
His plan had been to watch
I feel a little bit shaken up. I might have to freaking call a counselor.
as everyone left and then snuck into the home through the garage. His plan had been to burglarize the home and sneak away without anyone seeing him. He chose Tina's house because there weren't any close neighbors, and the door was often left ajar. However, Tina and Stephanie returned and caught Matthew in the act. He claimed he ambushed them in a panic. He wrote, "I was in a total state of shock. I wandered around the house, slowly coming to realization of what I'd done and how bad it was. During this time, I killed Tina's dog because it would not stop barking. It only got worse because then Sarah and Cody returned home. Matthew attacked and killed Cody."
Yeah, dude, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not afraid of much, and I'm a pretty strong guy. But that mouse falling from my ceiling has got me fucked up right now. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my God. Dude, I'm so... Oh my God, this is why you guys love me, dude.
Before tying up Sarah. He wrote, "I did not enter the house."
So, okay, let's listen to the last part of this, dude.
Got worse because then Sarah and Cody returned home. Matthew attacked and killed Cody before tying up Sarah.
Oh my God, dude. And
He wrote,
Cody's a kid. That Cody guy's a kid. How could you kill a kid, dude?
"I did not enter the house to kill those people. I did not know a single one of them." Shortly after killing Tina, Stephanie, and Cody, Matthew drove to Gambier to collect gas cans from his own vehicle with the intention of burning down Tina's house. It was then that he was stopped by an officer who eventually let him go. He gave up his plan to burn
Dude, imagine if that mouse fell on me. Like, y'all would have seen me, like, fucking freaking out.
down the house and instead returned to his own, where he built a campfire, burned his shoes, and drank a bottle of wine. On November 18th, Matthew finally cracked and agreed to show investigators the location of Tina, Cody, and Stephanie's bodies. It's unclear if Matthew's memory
Dude,
of
RIP to them, bro. That kid, that's crazy. He murdered that kid, bro. That's crazy.
what he did came back, or more likely, if he'd been lying about not remembering all along. He described the spot to officers where he dumped the bodies, hidden in the Kokosing Wildlife Area. As the detectives traveled through fields to a wooded area, other officers secured the perimeter. They eventually found a hollow beech
Dude, my mom's gonna have a fucking heyday watching that video. Slowed back.
tree that matched Matthew's description, which had a hole about 6 feet up from the ground. There was also a second larger hole near the branches. When an officer looked inside the hole, they spotted what looked like trash bags hidden inside the tree. Another hole was cut in the tree and the trash bags were examined, revealing remains belonging to Tina Herman, Cody Maynard, Stephanie Sprang, and Tanner the dog.
Oh my goodness.
Matthew later revealed he got the bodies inside the tree using the top hole and a rig and pulley system to drop them inside. There's some speculation that when Matthew worked as a tree trimmer, he had hollowed out the tree himself. On January 6, 2011, Matthew avoided the death penalty.
It looks like they extended that hole though. How do you hollow out a tree?
By pleading guilty to 10 felonies. After everything that was found, it was clear that Matthew had a bizarre obsession with leaves. Forensic psychologists testified that his leaf obsession was delusional, and they believed that he may have hidden the bodies inside of a tree because it was familiar and comforting to him. Matthew Hoffman was then sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. That same month, his leaf-filled home went into foreclosure, and eventually the tree where the bodies had been hidden was cut down.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy, y'all. That is very, very wild. And imagine, he stalked that house. He slept in the woods across the street. And then he unalived the mom, the friend, and the kid, the young boy, and the dog. And then he spared the girl and kept her in his basement. That's crazy. Killing or unaliving an adult, let alone a kid, is just crazy. I don't understand how people can bring it to themselves or bring themselves to do it. But you got to imagine how much work that must have been, bro, to get that tree in, to get them in that tree and all that other stuff. Dismember them. I'm surprised there wasn't more blood in the house. I don't know. That's just crazy, dude. And what's even crazier is he didn't even know them. Like, when a person doesn't know people like that and they choose to do that, that's even more chilling. Because, it just proves that monsters are real, like, I couldn't imagine someone trying to break into my house on some shit like that, That's why I'm glad that I live in a state, though, where, you can protect yourself, but that's just crazy. It's very unfortunate and sad, man. So, but I'm going to get off, guys. I am going to disinfect my computer and see where my cat went with that mouse and go back and clip that clip and post it everywhere. That was crazy. I'm glad that I got to be as of service when it comes to entertainment for you guys today. And thank you guys for being here. Happy New Year again. I hope you guys had a good Happy New Year's last night, and I hope you have a great Happy New Year's day today. It's starting off the year great. All I know is that we're starting off the year with a bang, and that was a great way to start off the year with a fucking mouse falling down out of my ceiling onto my computer. So it is what it is. Yeah, we're definitely gonna run it up, man. This year is gonna be our year. We're gonna hit 100K. We're gonna get that silver plaque. We're gonna continue to build one of the best communities on YouTube. I stand by that. We're gonna continue to build something great, something that no other YouTuber has done, which is a family, not a toxic community of bullshit. A family that supports each other. That's how I feel. Welcome in, Anna. Hey, Shell, sorry I haven't been here much. Okay. If you take me off as mod, I'm going through a lot right now. I've been testing for C. I apologize. No, it's all right, Anna. I hope you're doing well and you're having a blessed New Year so far. Sorry to hear about that. I hope everything comes back good, and I hope that you get into good health. Try looking into the IVE and the Fen-Ben, you know what I'm saying? Look into things that can help cure that stuff and detox your body. I just went through a detox, so yeah. But no, not a problem. I understand life hits you in the ass sometimes, and you got to get with it. So it's not a problem. I'm always understanding, and I'm never really mad at you. So we're good though. Thank you, Stacy. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, Pumpkin. Everybody, Happy New Year, man. We're gonna have a good year. This is gonna be our year. Mark my words. 2026 is our year. We're gonna clip that too. All right, I love you guys, man. I'm gonna get off. I'll see you guys later. Be posting content, so watch for that. And yeah, we're gonna be back to our normal streaming schedule soon. Monday, kids go back to school, so